Hi everyone, it's Angel Shaver, Stampin Up Independent Demonstrator from Kansas. I'm sorry I'm late today. Thank you for putting up with the time change and then me jumping on and leaving a message that it's going to be even later than I thought this week. Been working on surface area and volume of 3D objects, and that's taking a little more time than I expected it to. So that's how I've been spending my Valentine's Day. Little bit of boxing at the Y this morning, and lots of schoolwork, including working on surface area and volume of 3D objects. But we are going to make a gorgeous card that's perfect for Valentine's Day. It's not exactly a Valentine, but it is about love and romance. This is our second card in the Wonderful Moments with the Wonderful Moments card set that we're working on this month, and this one features the bride. And I didn't get a lot of the prep work done, so you'll get to watch me do every step of the way making this card. I do want to remind you that we are in the middle of celebration, and you can earn free products with a $50 or $100 order. And starting tomorrow, there is a second release of celebration items. I know there are stamp sets, there is an embossing folder, there is some designer series paper. You're for sure going to want to check it all out. Also, if you host during celebration, you can earn extra host rewards. So if you want to get your friends together and have a private party and earn some free fabulous stuff for you guys to play with, celebration is a great time for any kind of fabulous party or private party, workshop, whatever. It is also a great time to join my team. I know I keep sending things out and talking about that, and no pressure. I really don't care if you are my customer or join my team, but it is definitely worth it at this moment for you to join my team, especially if your wish list is over $100. Because for $99 plus tax, you can get $175 worth of Stampin' Up product of your choice. So, why not? Just join my team, get $175, come play with us at classes, at team meetings, and all kinds of fun. So we have a good time together. I see Stephanie is watching live. Well, hi, Stephanie. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. Stephanie's on my team, so she can comment about what a good time we have. We really do. It's really worth thinking about if your wish list is $100 or more. But I'm going to go ahead and get set up so we can start making a card together. I'm going to shoot you down at the table and we'll get busy. Like I said, I haven't done any of the prep work. In fact, I just realized I forgot something, which is not a good thing to do when I get behind this table. Let's see if I can get myself out of here without making you too sick. And go grab a piece of Whisper White paper so we can stamp our bride. I didn't even have to go very far. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do is use the Tuxedo Black Memento ink and ink up our lovely bride. Make sure she's all inked up well, and then I will be stamping her on the Whisper White paper. Okay. And I'm going to leave my stamps to the side and clean them up afterwards. I'm going to put the bride to the side for a minute and take my piece of lovely lipstick cardstock that is cut hot dog style, which is 4 1/4 by 11. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half, and so we have a card base that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'll set that aside for now as well. I have a couple of pieces of gray granite that are cut 4 by 5 1/4. One is going to be for our card interior, and the other one we are going to do some embossing with the Big Shot. That's another thing I just realized I forgot to get. I have my magnetic plate, but that's not going to allow dry embossing to happen. Sorry that I'm not more set up for you all before we started. I tried, but it never fails. There is always something I'm going to forget. That's just the way it works. Okay, here we have the Big Shot platform, and I will be grabbing the tufted dynamic textured impressions embossing folder. Wow. Okay. Then be putting my gray granite paper in there and getting this ready to send through the Big Shot. And I don't know where you can best see this. Maybe over here. There we have our tufted card front. Now we are going to immediately take one of the layering ovals and cut out an oval which is going to frame our bride. And so for this one, I want to use the magnetic platform. It's not that important, but because I'm not framing a stamped image on my paper, and I got the wrong dies. Good grief. I don't know what's going on with me today. So excuse me for a minute while I get my ovals. Just talk amongst yourselves and look at the gorgeous tufted dynamic impression folder. I got them out and I laid them on my work table and forgot to bring them over to where I'm filming. That's what I get for changing my filming location. I'm actually pretty excited. I will be getting a whole new camera setup. So hopefully, very, very soon, that you won't be getting as much shakiness from the camera when I have to move around. I was trying out the new location where I think I'm going to be filming. I just forgot to put everything beside my workspace. Okay, here we go. I've got my oval, and I'm going to put it on my background and just run it through, and we are creating a frame. Alright, I'm going to move my foam pad and grid paper back for a second. And here we have what will be the card front. Really pretty tufted embossing folder with a frame cut out for my beautiful bride. And I fortunately hope I remember to leave enough space to add some glue, because we are going to take the bride and we are going to do a watercolor wash around her using the Blushing Bride pink ink color. I'm squashing it in the middle, and then I'm just popping it open. I have my aqua painter that I'm just going to pick up some of the ink that is now in the lid, and I'm going to just do a watercolor wash around my bride. To add as much or as little as you want. We will be putting her behind that oval frame, so we don't have to do it out very far. And I will be coloring those flowers here in a second, just to give her a pop of color. Add a little more water. Okay, there we have the watercolor wash. Clean off my aqua painter before I close that up. close up my Blushing Bride ink. And then I have a light, lovely lipstick Stampin' Blend that I'm going to use just to add a pop of color to her bouquet. I'm hoping this will help tie everything together, because our card base is the lovely lipstick and her bouquet is the lovely lipstick. Alright, let me grab my trimmer and we're just gonna trim off the bottom. And then I'm not sure if we'll need to trim anything else, so I'll set that aside for now. Yeah, we will need to trim off the side of our bride so that she will glue easily behind the window on the gray granite card front. And then I'm just going to put some Tombow, some of our multi-purpose liquid glue around the oval. And line it up where we don't see the edge of the white, but we do see the gorgeous bride. Okay. And then we can glue the whole thing to the card front. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the card interior while we're doing this before I do the finishing decorative touches on the outside of the card. I'm going to finish up my stamping. So, I'm trying to figure out where I put it. Right here it is. Here is a card interior, and I have just chosen a sentiment that is with the Wonderful Moments set, and we're going to stamp it in lovely lipstick. Just says, congratulations and best wishes for a future filled with love and happiness. And then we will glue this on the inside. Make sure I put it right side up. Although I always think it's kind of funny if you get a card with the upside down inside. You definitely know that one's homemade. Alright, and then I'm going to take my gray granite, and for the bride, the original sample, I used Best Wishes and made a long tag label. This one I'm going to use for the bride, and I'm not exactly sure which I think I'm going to use a punch to punch that out. And I'm not sure exactly which one or how it's going to look. So I'm going to grab I think this is the Pretty Label Punch. And I am only going to want to get the edge. So I'm trying to figure out, I know how to do this, but it's been a while. Better trim it first. It's a lot easier to do it with a trimmed piece of cardstock. So I trim it to the size that I want. And then I'm taking it, I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. I'm taking the cardstock and I'm threading it through the top and punching one side, and then I will thread it through the other side on the top, and punch out that side. It's how you can get a lot more use out of your punches than you might have anticipated. I don't know that I'm in love with that, so I'm going to thread it back through this side and see what happens, because I want some more off of that side. Or we might just have to start from scratch. Okay. Line it up where you want it. Where you think you want it, because you don't really know for sure. And punch. We're going to start from scratch, because that punched off the top, and I don't want to lose part of my label. So I'm going to re-ink my For the Bride and then start again. And since I know I'm punching off parts of it, I can stamp it on the same level, knowing that I will be getting rid of the reject stamped part. We're going to try this one more time, and if I'm still not happy, I'll do it off camera later, so you don't have to watch me struggle to get this done. Alright, so we'll send it through, thread it through the top on one side, and punch, and then thread it through on the other side And I'm getting a lot closer to the words this time. And punch, and there it is. For the bride. Now, I'm going to take my bride and I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of this one, maybe two. I always think I'm going to reserve dimensionals and not do that many, and then I'm not happy. So we'll start with two. And we're just going to, actually, I'm pretty happy putting the label up in the corner there this time. Now, here comes the fun part. We're going to decorate with some pearls, and she is going to get a veil. Thank you, Fran, for showing me how gorgeous our polka dot ribbon is. And she can have a long veil because I put the label in a different place. So we are just going to use the Take Your Pick tool, put a little bit of glue on this veil, just a smidge. We don't want all that much. Put it on her hair, above her braid, and then we will be using the Take Your Pick tool to add pearls to the top of her veil. Get the green putty off of there. Took the whole pearl with it. I've never had that happen before. Of course that happens when I'm live. That's the way it works. And now it's stuck to my gluey fingers. So there we have one pearl. And I'm going to keep grabbing pearls and putting them on her veil. Add just a decorative spot. And we're going to add a couple of pearls here in a minute. Not just to her veil, but also in some places on the tufted parts of the embossed card front. So we will just put one there on the label. I don't know if you can see me picking these up, but it is amazing that they just pop up and then you put them down. That's how it's supposed to work. I'm not entirely sure why that one was being ridiculous, but I love the way this Take Your Pick tool picks up these pearls and other embellishments so you can just add them to your project. Well, there's another difficult one. Here we go. And there we have it. This is our For the Bride card. Week 2 with the Wonderful Moments card set. Stamp set. So I will see all of you back here next Thursday at 4 o'clock. It will actually be a pre-recorded video, so I won't actually see you, but I will still be monitoring the comments, and I'll get back to you on any of them. This next week we will be making a Christmas card using the Wonderful Moments stamp set. And don't forget, if you want to shop and earn free celebration products, or host and earn extra host rewards, or join my team to earn $75 worth of free product, give me a call, send me an email. I would love to help you do that. I will see you all later.